the Jewish faith, knowing someone's name means you have some kind of power over that person. It only makes sense that in Genesis, God gives Adam and Eve the responsibility of naming the animals. In the Jewish faith, the name of God is never spoken out loud. Not speaking the name of God is simply a sign of respect. As God's creation, we humans honor and serve God, not the other way around. So when God appears to Moses in the burning bush and gives Moses instructions to return to Egypt, confront Pharaoh, and to set the Israelite slaves free, Moses has a very logical question for God. In Exodus, this is how it reads. Moses said to God, "Suppose I go to the Israelites and say to them, 'The God of your fathers has sent me to you,' and they ask me, 'What is his name?' Then what should I tell them?" And God said to Moses, "I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you." Throughout the entire Old Testament, I am becomes the name of God. Even better, every time God confronts someone in the Bible, his or her response is simply, "Here I am, God." When someone responds by saying, "Here I am," that conveys something very profound. It communicates a willingness to serve. "Here I am" conveys someone who is fully present. "Here I am" is an expression of humility in the presence of a mighty God. This November at Church Venture, we are leaning into what "Here I am" can mean for each of us. As you respond to God with your "Here I am," we want you to consider three powerful words: involve, invite, and invest. How can you say, "Here I am," and be involved at Church Venture? How can you say, "Here I am," and who can you invite to Church Venture? How can you say, "Here I am," and invest your time and your finances at Church Venture? Consider your "Here I am" as you watch this story.
Hi, I am Karen Kramus, and I was asked to speak about why I give financially at Church Venture. Number one, I would say Church Venture is a great place that has a lot of quirky people, and so guess what? I fit in really good there. We're just a bunch of real people, which is awesome. You don't find that in a lot of places. The next one would be, I would say I want to connect with people either in small groups or Bible studies or just going to lunch or dinner, just anything where a group of people gets together, watch a movie, whatever it's going to be. The other thing is I'm excited to know what the future holds, what I think the future holds for Church Venture. And that is financially going to take some money to do some things and grow this church, and I'm excited about that. I am a Church Venture member, I am a Christ follower, and I am real and inspired to follow Jesus here at Church Venture.
I am Corey Tucker, your worship pastor here at Church Venture.
And I am Carrie Thrush, the lead pastor here at Church Venture.
Take a look around. We are a 2.5-year-old church. We have our own building, we have a great staff, and we are poised to not only make a difference in your life, but in this community's life.
The place is looking good, Corey.
Oh,
The stage is looking good. The walls are looking good.
Man, the place,
You are looking good.
the place is looking awesome. And it's because of you, your generosity, that we were able to look at 2016 and say, what do we want to do?
Your willingness got us to be where we are today. Blood, sweat, and tears, but your willingness to take this church to the next level is what got us here today.
So we sat down, and our outsides, we wanted our outsides to reflect what we were feeling on the inside.
And so go ahead.
Today, we're going to be looking at 2017. And what does that look like for Church Venture?
What it could look like. Corey and I have talked so many times about 2 worship services. I know that we have less than 100 people here on a Sunday morning, but we can have 2 worship services, filling this place up with a lot more folks. I know we can.
The other thing that I would love to see is baptisms happening monthly and people being involved not only in worship ministry teams, but and hospitality teams and
Small groups. I want to see this church become the most friendly church in the entire tri-state area. How's that grab you? I want people feeling like this is their home the moment they walk through the door. And then they go grab a cup of coffee and a snack, a donut, and they say, this is where I want to be early before worship begins. And then I want to see them walk into the worship space and get comfortable. And then I want to see people get very uncomfortable. I want them to feel the presence of Christ in a way that challenges them to grow and become who God wants them to be.
So now there are 3 ways to be a part of the vision for Church Venture in 2017. The first way is
to become involved, to simply show up, and to show up with passion, with a smile on your face, ready to engage others and to be part of the momentum that's growing here at Church Venture. The second part is all about inviting.
You must invite someone. You know that feeling you get when you're in worship sometimes and you feel the presence come over you? What if you could share that with someone that might need to see and feel that?
How has this church and how has Jesus Christ made your life better? How has this church and how has Jesus Christ caused you to grow and become a better parent, a better spouse, a better work person, a better neighbor? It's all about inviting other people to experience of Jesus Christ who can change our lives for the incredible better.
The third way, and this is a 2-parter, is invest. What are the natural talents that you have that can be utilized here to not only make you happy and make you fulfilled, because that's what serving does, but provide a way for you to connect with others that are walking and going through the same things that you're going through.
Because we need your investment of your time and your talents. We need how you are talented, how you are gifted. We need that here at Church Venture. Everything from the tech to serving opportunities, we're going to provide many, many opportunities for you to serve. We need folks to step up and to lean in and to want to invest their time. The second way to invest is not small. It's investing of your finances here at Church Venture. It might be that you feel incredibly financially strapped. And so what we want you to do is give as you are able. Maybe it's $50 a month. Maybe it's $100 a month. I don't know exactly where you are, but we are all committed as a church community together to financially support this church.
If you have any questions, please stop me or Carrie, and we can answer and talk about the vision for 2017 and what that looks like for you and the team and us moving forward globally as a community as well.
Corey, I am very excited about 2017 here at Church Venture.
I am excited to see what God has in store for us as we move forward.
I am someone who is full of doubts and who is excited about what's going to happen also.
I'm scared to trust what God has in store for me, but I'm willing to do it.
I am excited about doing church with every one of those folks. I am Church Venture.
I am Church Venture.
Join us.